Ma'am, we'll give another minute or so. We're just waiting for people to join. So we'll give one more minute and then we'll get started.
Sure. Thank you.
We'll get started. Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnu Shishivardam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Dhyayet Sarvignopasantaye Sadhashiva Samarambham Shankara Acharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shrutasmriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Namaste. And welcome you all for yet another wonderful session on the topics, on various topics on Guru Tattva. Today we have with us Srimati Jyothirmayi Karthik. She is the speaker for today. She will be walking us through understanding Guru Tattva through the shlokas. There are two important shlokas which I picked up, Gurur Brahma and Ishwaro Gururaatmeti. These are the two shlokas through which we'll understand the Guru Tattva through these shlokas. Just to remind, this is the Kishora Bharati, the program with the title Kishora Bharati. It is an event in connection with Suvarna Bharati, a commemorating event where we are celebrating 50th year of Sannyasa Svikara of Mahasannidhanam of Dakshinamnai Sri Sharada Shringeri Peetam. So with that said, I would like to introduce the speaker, Srimati Jyothirmayi Karthik. She is a Bangalorean. She resides in Basavangudi, which is south of Bangalore. She's working as she's an IT professional. She is working as a senior solution architect in Ernst & Young Technologies, and she's been an inquisitive student of Sanatana Dharma, and she was introduced to Vedanta around 14 years ago. She is indebted to her guru Sri Timappa Hegade, Swami Paramarthanandaji, Swami Anubhavanandaji, and follows satsang for her progress in this journey. Welcome to you, ma'am. It's wonderful having all the scholars being guiding us through the concept or through the topic of Guru Tattva, enlightening the same topic from different angles. We got to see Guru Tattva as explained in our scriptures through various anecdotes. We got to know more about Guru Tattva, the gurus that we have that we can spot from the nature and learn from them. Then we had a very detailed session on Guru Parampara, understanding Advaita Guru Parampara. And then we had a wonderful session on characteristics of an ideal student. That was one more interesting topic that we had in the past. And now understanding Guru Tattva through shlokas, Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu. All the students have learned this, and we also have Ishwaro Gururaatmeti. Wonderful. Looking forward for the session. Maybe can I request any student to volunteer and chant this shloka that you have learned as part of Nitya Prarthana shlokas? I would like all the students to be on the camera, please. Madam wants to interact. Everyone, each of them wants to interact with you.
Yes, it'll be wonderful to see some faces, especially while chanting. It'll be
Yeah,
nice to see you all.
yeah. So I would request anybody who wants to volunteer to raise the hand. Okay, I'll make them. I'll ask them to unmute. Shweta Lakshmi, yeah, can you unmute and chant this shloka? You can fold your hands, chant this shloka, and then we'll get started.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Wonderful. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. With that said, I'm handing it over to you.
Thank you very much, Sri Narsim Prasad, and very nice chanting from Shweta. Thank you very much. I'm quite impressed with the pronunciation and the accuracy with which you chanted. Thank you very much. This is one of the first shlokas that we'll be talking about, and the second one is the Ishwaro Gururaatmeti. A few other topics also we will cover, given that the Guru Tattva is the theme of this series, as well as these two shlokas particularly highlight Guru. And not just as a person, but Guru as the Guru Tattva itself, the Brahman itself being a Guru for us. You will understand probably a little more as I progress further. So, in the last few sessions, Narsim Prasad sir, could you please move to the first slide? Thank you. So, apart from the slokas of the day, we'll also be trying to understand what is the Guru teaching and what are the children or the students or the seekers learning. And we talk about Brahman as a principle. I will try my best to simplify to the extent possible as to what Brahman is, and by defining what a principle is. And we'll also talk a little bit about moksha, and then we will get an introduction of Lord Dakshinamurti, the Adi Guru himself. So in the last few sessions, like Narsim Prasad sir was just mentioning, and most of you have attended, you've learnt about the Guru Tattva or the Guru principle, the Guru Parampara, the lineage of a few very great Advaita Siddhanta Gurus. We learnt about the qualities of a Guru, the various living and non-living things in the universe that were Gurus, that could be considered as Gurus, and also finally about the qualities of an ideal student, right? Every talk spoke about the goal of mankind as being moksha. That was a central theme of all of the sessions that we've had so far. So what is moksha, what is liberation, and how the Guru is the facilitator of that goal for all of us who are real students and real seekers of that ultimate truth. So these two important shlokas explain how Guru himself or herself is this goal, or this conscience, or the permanent existence that reveals everything else to us. We'll also, at a high level, understand what the Brahman is as we go forward. Please move to the next slide. So we heard Shweta recite. I will try to match her excellence by reciting one more time. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. As you can see on the slide, the meaning of the entire shloka is given. It is here in this shloka, we are saying that the Guru is the Brahma, Guru is Lord Vishnu, and Guru is Lord Maheshwara. And the Guru is himself, the self-revealing, limitless Brahman. To that Guru, to that revered Guru, I offer my salutations. This is the brief meaning or word meaning of this shloka. Before I move into giving you a little more context and detail, it is very important to note that the pronunciation is very important in any shloka or mantra that we learn. Unless we get the pronunciation accurately or correctly, we will not get the benefits of those shlokas and mantras. I'm sure your teachers, whenever you've been learning shlokas, have already explained that to you, and they've done an excellent job of teaching you the right way of pronouncing the words, the Sanskrit words in the shlokas. Just a small thing, many people make similar common mistakes here. So just highlighting that, not that any of you have made that mistake. It is not Guru Brahma, but it is Gurur Brahma. And we can say either Param Brahma or Parabrahma. Both are correct in the shloka. It is not Guruve Namaha, it is Gurave Namaha. All right. So let's please move to the next slide. In this slide, you will see what is the background of the shloka. Okay. This source, or where did the shloka come from? This shloka is a part of the Guru Gita, which is a part of the Skanda Purana. Skanda Purana is a very detailed Purana, and within that, the Guru Gita has 352 shlokas, and of that, 108 of the shlokas explain the universal nature of the Guru. So you can, okay. I saw that note. Sorry, Shweta. All right. Continuing on. So the Guru Gita is in the 108 shlokas of the Guru Gita. Actually explain about the universal nature of the Guru. While we are looking at two shlokas which highlight this, there are it is quite a deep subject or a topic to learn about the Guru Tattva. Where did this Guru Gita come from? What is the context? What is the background for this? This is a conversation actually between Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. So one day they were both taking a stroll along Kailasa, and for some reason Lord Shiva stopped in front of some object and bowed down and paid his obeisance, doing a namaskara. So Goddess Parvati, she was very surprised and perplexed. She said to Lord Shiva, "You are the greatest God. You are somebody who embodies the entire creation, the entire universe. Who is your Guru? Everybody looks up to you as the Adi Guru. How is it that you are paying obeisance to someone? How is it that you are doing a namaskara to someone else?" And that's when Lord Shiva explains or narrates the entire Guru Gita to Goddess Parvati, explaining about what a guru is, what the Guru Tattva is, and why we should all pay obeisance to anything or any person that we learn anything from, about any topic, any subject, any skill. Whatever we learn from anybody, we should have a lot of respect and offer our salutations to such a guru. We are looking at this one shloka, so getting into a little bit of detail. We say Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara. I'm sure most of you have heard of the Trimurtis, right? The Teen Murtis or the Trimurtis. Trimurtis are the three main deities or divinities that the Sanatana Dharma acknowledges or propounds. There are many other deities like Ganesha, Kartikeya, and many devis, but we to highlight the three main activities of the universe or the creation itself, we hold at a very high position the Trimurtis. Now we say the Guru is like Lord Brahma, because Lord Brahma is the creator. He sees the realization of godliness in us. Now, it's not that the knowledge, the ultimate knowledge that we are learning from a guru is about godliness in us. So it is not that we are a part of God, or we are a devotee or a disciple of God, but ultimately we need to acknowledge, or we need to realize that we are God himself, right? And that is a very difficult concept to understand in our very early ages, but very gradually, when you stay on this path of seeking Vedanta, you will be able to understand better. Now, Lord Brahma is the creator. He seeds the realization of godliness in us. Lord Vishnu is the sustainer. He is the one who preserves this knowledge, this great knowledge that about the Brahman, about us being God himself, is continuously maintained and preserved by many methods of teaching, of guiding, and other rituals or activities. So which is why we equate the Guru to Lord Vishnu. And we also say the Guru is like Lord Shiva, or is Lord Shiva himself, the destroyer. We know that Lord Shiva's one of the critical activities in creation is to also destroy the entire creation at a certain point in time. So we are saying that while the Guru is like Lord Shiva, he is destroying nothing else but ignorance. Now, when we learn something, right? Let's assume you're learning a topic or a mathematical principle in your class. When the teacher is teaching you that particular subject, you learn from the teacher, and you try to practice it, and you get more proficient in it. You will learn about that mathematical principle, and you will further use it in many other calculations, until such time that you learn that lesson in math. You have no idea of that particular subject, right? So when the knowledge is created, the ignorance goes away, the ignorance is destroyed, right? Before you learned the mathematical principle, you had no knowledge of it. Once you learned it, your ignorance is destroyed. You know about that principle, about that mathematical lesson, so there's no more ignorance or non-awareness about it. So which is why we are saying Lord Shiva is the Guru is like Lord Shiva, who's a destroyer, who destroys ignorance. After saying that the Guru is like the three murtis, we are now saying Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. Sakshat Parabrahma means somebody who is available to all our senses, who we are able to see, who we are able to hear and interact with, etc. But he is the Parabrahma, the self-revealing highest truth or consciousness. So to that Guru, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, to that Guru, to such a Guru, I pay obeisance, or I do my namaskaras and my salutations. That is the meaning of this shloka. We start by saying that you are like the Trimurtis, and we also say you are the Parabrahma itself, and I salute you. Moving to the next slide, please. Here, this is again another small input or a tidbit that I would like to share. Many people confuse Lord Brahma and Brahman, and I'm not talking about children, even adults, grown-ups get confused between Lord Brahma and Brahman itself. I will try to simplify this for your understanding. Lord Brahma, as we know, is the creator, right? The God with the four heads, who is seated on a lotus. His consort or his partner or wife is goddess Saraswati. This is Lord Brahma. He is a divine deity. He is a part of the personified or likened to or compared to humans form and other aspects. He is Lord Brahma. Whereas Brahman is the ultimate reality. It is something that is a permanent existence. It is what is beyond the body, mind, and world. I think some of you might remember what is the acronym for body, mind, and world that we learnt about last week. BMW, right? The BMW example. So this Brahman is beyond the body, mind, and interactions and other activities in the world. It has no form, it has no beginning, it has no end. All right, we will learn a little more about this as we go forward. So please don't get confused between Lord Brahma and the Brahman. All right, let's please move to the next slide. We will go on to learn the next shloka. This is an extract. It is a part of the Dakshinamurti Stotram. And the shloka goes like this. Ishwaro Gururaatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namah. The meaning, the simple word meaning for this shloka is salutations to Lord Dakshinamurti, who is all pervasive like space, which means he's everywhere like space, and but who appears as though divided in three forms. Which are the three forms? As the Lord Shiva himself, as the Guru, and as the self, the individual self. All right. This is a basic word meaning. Moving to the next slide. Here again, we will see what is the source of this mantra. This is verse 30 of section 1 of a commentary or a treatise called Manasolasa. Dakshinamurti Stotram itself, the author is Sri Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya, and his student Sri Sureshwaracharya has written a extensive or a very long, descriptive, detailed commentary about the Dakshinamurti Sutras in his treatise called the Manasolasa. So that is the source of this stotra. In this shloka, we revere Lord Dakshinamurti, who is an aspect of Lord Shiva, and as the divine teacher who embodies the supreme being. Remember, we talked about Brahman, consciousness. So we are on one hand saying that he is the supreme being. We are also saying that through his teachings to his disciples, he is the ultimate guru. He is the Adi Guru. He is the very first guru who started the lineage of gurus. And he is also the individual self. So we are saying that he represents the individual self, which is also beyond the physical body, and that which is is the Brahman also. All right. So we are saying you are one who manifests or takes the form and who has the different qualities and attributes of various forms and various aspects, while at the same time being beyond all of this. Being beyond means not affected by any form, not affected by any qualities, not having a name, not having an identity. You can't be associated with a gender. You cannot be said that Brahman or the Atman cannot be associated with definitions like gender and things like that. And like space, exactly like space, you're all over the entire creation or entire universe or many universes itself, right? So that is what the meaning of the shloka is. Basically, we are praying to Lord Dakshinamurti for being the Adi Guru, for being the Brahman, the ultimate individual self also. So that is the meaning of this shloka. Now, in these two shlokas, we have seen that the Guru is not a person, right? Not as simple as a person, but he is over and beyond an individual self, or somebody who we can see, touch, feel, hear, and smell, right? Narsim Prasad sir, please move to the next slide. Now, what is this? What is this principle? When we say the principle of Brahman, let's learn a few definitions in as simple a manner as possible. So, what is a principle? A principle is something that is a fundamental rule, right? It is a rule or a law or a condition that is required for establishing or for relating to certain things. Like it could be behavior, it could be a concept. Like there are principles in education, there are principles in morals, there are principles in design, there are principles in art, right? Like that, there are rules. It is basically a fundamental rule, something that you hold highly valuable. That is a principle. Now, in all other fields, we talk about, like I talked about morality, I talked about education, and many other things. When it comes to spirituality, Brahman is that principle that governs it, which means it is the basis. It is the foundation of spirituality as we learn it. It is a principle that has no shape, form, name, birth, death, beginning, end, or anything like that. I realize that it can be a little difficult to understand. So let's take an example, right? Imagine it's like electricity. Now, how do you know electricity? Can you see electricity as it is? Can you see the electrical? You can see the electrical outcomes and reactions, but you don't see electricity itself, right? How do you know there is electricity? When you switch on, you put on a switch and a light bulb glows, or when you put on a switch and the fan moves, right? You know, electricity is the fundamental principle that is making that fan move or the light bulb glow. Similarly, UV rays or your infrared rays, you don't see it with your naked eye, right? You're only able to experience it through some medium. Through a medium, like I said, the light bulb or the fan or any other equipment. Now, similarly, the Brahman is a principle that has no shape, form, beginning, end, whatever, but it can be experienced through media. The medium of reflection could be our body, anything that we see in creation. It is a manifestation of the Brahman. Brahman is the cause. It is the main reason for everything else to be there, to exist. All right. So that is what in our Hindu tradition we believe. And we believe that this Brahman appears as a guru in the human form and imparts very high level teachings that help all of us realize one's Atman and attain moksha. Moksha is what? Moksha is to feel free, to be relieved from, the cycle of birth and death and pain and sadness and happiness also, and such kind of qualities. So that is what we try to understand from this concept called Brahman. This is exactly what our Sanatana Dharma or Hindu tradition teaches us. The guru's responsibility or the guru's role is to teach us these high level of teachings, and every seeker, whoever is very very keen to learn about Brahman, will the only way to learn about it is through a guru and by uh, experiencing the liberation or moksha. So in this slide, you can see, right? I've given a few examples of moral principles. If you want to understand better, these are only moral principles. These are not any other kind of principles. These are categorized under moral principles. So you can see justice, respect, compassion, hope, joy. These are your fundamental beliefs, right? So these are principles as you can understand them. I hope with you have been able to understand a little bit. I know a very, very little tip of the iceberg part of what Brahman is, but you've started on the right path. Please continue to stay steadfast on this path and go through the complete journey of learning about our scriptures and about Vedanta. With that, we've tried to understand the two shlokas and what exactly they're teaching us. If we could move to the next slide, I want to give a very brief introduction and overview of Lord Dakshinamurti, the Adi Guru. We already spoke about him being the Adi Guru, right? As a guru, look at the image. I'm mostly giving you an overview of his image here, rather than going into the depth of his teachings or what he embodied. As a guru, Lord Dakshinamurti is depicted as a young teacher. You can make out from this picture, right? He is young, whereas his disciples are much older, right? He is Lord Dakshinamurti, who pervades or who is present across the entire universe or multiple universes that are there in creation, and he controls this universe, right? Do you know the interesting thing about Lord Dakshinamurti? As a guru, how does he teach? He teaches through silence. That is Mauna Vyakya. There are no words passing between him and his disciples. He sits in in a certain posture with one leg folded, one leg hanging below and placed on a demon called Apasmara, and his hands are in Chin Mudra. All of you know about Chin Mudra, I'm hoping. This is the Chin Mudra where the forefinger and the thumb are in contact with each other, right? You can see Lord Dakshinamurti's hands also placed that way. The Chin Mudra indicates that the individual person, which is denoted by the forefinger, is one with the Brahman. The thumb is the Brahman, the ultimate reality. So this is what we are talking about, the Lord Dakshinamurti sitting with the Chin Mudra and the posture. His disciples, like I mentioned, look very old. This is to symbolize or signify that they've continuously put in a lot of efforts to understand or pursue the knowledge of Atma Gnanam. They have put in a lot of effort, and finally Adi Guru reveals himself to them and through silence teaches them what it is all about. Apasmara, the demon on whose body his right foot is placed, is symbolic of or represents avidya or ignorance, something that we didn't know before before we came to know about the great knowledge and the great truth. So anything that we think the BMW we think is real is not actually real, but the fact that the Brahman is the reality is removed, or is that ignorance or avidya is removed through Lord Dakshinamurti's teaching. And Apasmara, the demon, is just denotes or signifies that ignorance. So that is about Lord Dakshinamurti and the few shlokas that I explained. With that, I conclude my talk here, but I'm open to questions, which I will attempt to answer to the best of my ability. I also request my fellow satsangis to step in and answer questions from the children if there are any. If depending on how many questions we have, we will also conduct a very random quiz. I have not prepared any quiz questions, but I can randomly ask questions, and any of you who's confident and who's comfortable to respond to the questions as well. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Namaskaram. Somebody has raised their hand. Shri Kartikeya. Yes, please go ahead. If is that for a question, Shri Kartikeya, or do you have a comment? Or do you just want to share something? Sure, please go ahead.
The creator is Brahma, right? Then why didn't he create like other creatures?
Well, what makes you think that he didn't create other creatures? He
Because in
created
the-
everything.
But why did he create us?
Now, why did he create us is a big question. Well, we are all a part of Maya, which is another principle or a concept that you need to learn about. But Lord Brahma is a creator of everything, anything and everything that you can imagine, you can fantasize, what you can see, what you can touch, feel, hear, or understand. All of it was created by the creator, Lord Brahma.
Hari Om. To add to this, I didn't get the name of the child who has asked this question.
Kartikeya.
Kartikeya. Okay. Kartikeya, can you please answer me why you are seeing so many this video games, or you buy some books in the shop, you eat something, and why do you do all those things? Why do you go to a shop to buy something, toys, or some kid to construct something, like a tower or something, say
Like Lego bricks.
sets.
Ah.
Yeah, Lego bricks. So like that, why do you want to play with that?
Because like when we were young,
Yeah,
we got addicted to them.
no, for what reason? I know you are addicted. For what reason?
To study we use books, and to play we use like phones.
Yes. No, it's all for what reason? Finally,
What does it give you?
what does it give you? What does it give you?
It gives us.
Yes, yes, you are very close.
It doesn't give us anything. It just loses energy.
Loses energy. Somebody is going to work to lose some energy. Are you interested in that really? No. Because it gives us happiness, is it not?
Yes.
Is it not? Happiness.
It gives.
To get the happiness, either you have to spend some money, is it not? To get that happiness, you have to spend some money because you have money, is it not? Similarly, I have merits and demerits. Papa Punya. Have you heard of that word?
No.
Okay. Sins. Have you heard of sins?
Yep.
Okay. You have sins. What is the opposite of sin?
Good.
Okay. Good ones. Okay. Or merits. You can keep that as merits. You have lot of merits, lot of sins also. You have to spend it. Is it not? You have some money in the pocket. Either you have to eat something, buy some toy, or enjoy a movie. Is it not? All for enjoyment. That is why Lord Brahma created this universe and us in that universe just to consume our, spend our sins, or the results of sins or merits. Is that okay?
Okay.
Are you convinced?
Yes, I'm convinced.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Thank
Indeed,
you,
that
Rama
was
ma'am.
yeah, indeed, that was a very weighted question that he asked. Why did he create? Wonderful, Kartikeya. If you are thinking in that lines, then yeah, many things much big to come. Anyone has any other questions? Look, they can raise their hands. I'm not sure if it is possible. Okay, so I'll allow people to unmute. So if you have any questions, please unmute and ask. So once you are done with your question, you can again go on mute so that others don't get disturbed. Your name and you can.
Niranjan.
Niranjan, where are you? In what is your login name so that I can?
Nita Lakshmi, but my mom.
Okay, Niranjan. Niranjan. What question you have?
Okay, who created the Trimurtis and the other gods?
Who created Trimurtis and the other god? Whom do you think created Trimurtis and the other god?
I don't know.
Madam just narrated that. Were you not attentive?
They were always born, but they have to somewhere born. Like they have to be another something that created them.
Okay, madam, you want to take that?
Again, a one-line answer, and anybody else, my senior satsangis can pitch in. So, Niranjan, first of all, apologies for getting your name wrong in the beginning. Niranjan, so who created the Trimurtis? See, our Sanatana Dharma has been there for a very, very, very long period. Okay, like millions of years. And it probably contradicts with the current theory of evolution and all that, but we'll not go there. But in any case, the period of time is very, very vast and extensive. So it is believed that the Trimurtis have always existed at all times. That is a very simple answer that will probably trigger more questions than convince you with the response. But for now, try and understand that they've always been there, and they are also in a sense beyond creation, beyond being born or being destroyed or dying. So they've always been there.
Okay, let me ask that same question or one question. We have learned a shloka on the three forms of energies. Do you remember that shloka? Can you chant that shloka?
Yeah, you can raise your hand. I can unmute you.
Yeah.
Whoever remembers that shloka.
Yeah.
We started with that.
Yeah, and also it is in our.
Sir, I remember it.
Yes.
Which shloka is that?
When we started this class, look, right?
Yeah.
Maybe-
Not
we
this
start-
class, the course. While you
Then-
are learning Kishore Sudhashma.
Vishnu.
No, not that. Yes, somebody
Three
else has.
energies. Three energies.
Yeah.
Ma'am is talking about three energies.
It is all in your which part of your body? Yes, he has raised his hand. Yeah, the other
Niranjan
child.
again.
Okay. Yes, go ahead and answer. Or chant the shloka. Unmute and chant. Yes.
Is it the Karagre Vasati Lakshmi?
Yes, exactly.
Who was
Yes,
that?
yes.
Wonderful.
Karagre Vasate Lakshmi. Karamadhye Saraswati. Karamule Sthitha Gauri. Prabhate Karadarshanam.
Excellent, excellent. There, what was the meaning of the shloka? The three forms of energy, they are all in your hand, is it not?
Yeah.
Is it not? What are their counterparts? Who are their counterparts for their energy, goddesses of energy? For Lakshmi, who is her
Spouse.
spouse? Okay, spouse. Okay, it is Vishnu, is it not? Okay, like that, who is the spouse of Saraswati? Anybody can answer. Okay, go ahead. Unmute and answer.
Brahma.
Brahma. Yes, Gurur Brahma. That is the word. Brahma. Okay. And then who is the third energy form? Karamule Sthita Gauri. Is it not? Gauri is whose wife? Or the spouse of Gauri is? Yes.
You have to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
It is Shiva.
Yes, exactly, Shiva. These three gods are called as Trimurtis. Is it not? So whenever you want to do any work, first you have to get the knowledge of the work, and then you have to plan to execute that work or that idea, and then you are going to do it. Is it not? These three forms of energy are also called Trimurtis. Okay, the sources for them are their own energies. It is called Trimurti. And all these three energies, where did it originate? Suppose you want to do your homework or a painting some the landscape or an animal you want to paint. You should draw. You should get the idea of that picture in your mind. First step. Is it not? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And then later you are going to draw it. Then collect all the materials required to paint an elephant, say an elephant, a royal elephant. Yes, go ahead. Somebody has raised their hand. I don't know the name. Yeah. Okay. Then you are going to collect all the things. Then you are going to execute or do the painting. Who had all these three energies? Where was that energy? I don't know. Somebody has raised their hand. Yeah.
Ma'am, they're allowed to unmute. I think.
Yeah. Please
Yeah, if you
unmute and
have,
answer. Yes, please unmute and answer.
Sumuka, you can unmute if you want to
Sumukha.
answer.
Yes, Sumukh.
No, but I want to ask a question.
Okay. These three
Okay.
forms of energy.
What?
Yes.
Can I say my question now?
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so if the Brahma is the creator, then why didn't he create homes, furnitures, laptops, phones, TV, skyscrapers? Yeah.
Yeah, he gives the knowledge. You have a saying in English, teach a person how to fish. Don't give the fish. Is it not? Is it not?
Yeah.
Same way, he has given you knowledge. You have to apply your knowledge and then create whatever you want. The TV may be your friend. It may not be mine. I may not like to use the TV or laptop or anything. Okay?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Lord Brahma gave you the knowledge and the skill, and man put it to good use and created all these things.
Yeah.
Okay, let us make this interesting. What is the food that you like the most?
Me?
Hmm.
Food.
Which food?
Pav bhaji.
Don't think so much.
Okay, pav bhaji. If pav bhaji is your favorite food and Lord Brahma has given you only masala dosa and you don't have anything to eat apart from masala dosa, would you be finding it interesting?
Kind of.
Okay.
No. How
So,
many
like,
days? Yes.
how many days would you like that? How many days would you be interested to eat masala dosa?
For 5 days.
Okay, but what if Brahma has given you all the recipes of different varieties of food for you to prepare and also the ingredients? Would you be interested to prepare those food for yourself to try it out different things, or would you always like to have the masala dosa until you're happy and
Know all recipes and ingredients of different.
exactly. That is what Brahman has done. Has given us all the raw materials in the form of knowledge, in the form of skills to do, in the form of materials that we can use to build. And it is our capabilities, our knowledge, which is helping us to build new things, innovate new things, to make our life more comfortable, as also more lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Madam had a
Okay.
question. Who can answer the question that Madam had? She was talking about three forms of energies and where did it originate from? Who can answer that question?
Is this from the Karagre Vasite Lakshmi Shloka?
Yeah.
Then it is, I think it is Parvati.
No, not that one. All three, you suppose you want to paint something, paint a royal elephant. You are going to plan, have the picture in your mind, the knowledge of that royal elephant, you have it in your mind. That is the first form of energy, knowledge. Is it not? And then second, you are going to collect all the materials required to paint an elephant, like paper, brush, paints, everything.
Yeah.
That is the second one. And then next we are going to do it. We are going to paint it. That is the Kriya Shakti. Who had all these three energies?
The universe.
Not the universe. Did universe did paint the royal elephant? No. Who painted? Yeah, anybody can.
I know, it's Brahman.
No.
No,
It's not Brahman.
No, I-
no. Madam is asking.
Dakshinamurti.
No, Madam is
I'm
asking
asking
simple question.
Guru?
you are paint. You are going to paint. You are going to collect all the material and you are going to paint. Then who is the
Painter of that.
yeah?
Brahma.
No, you are going to plan. You are going to get the materials. What is
So
the
it is
first
your
word?
concept. It is your concept, right? So who is the painter?
Adishakti.
No, I am
The person who painted it.
Ah.
I know.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yourself.
yourself. Yes.
Yourself, precisely. Yeah. Good.
It's like, is it like knowledge, then money, then education?
Knowledge. What did you
Is
say?
what like that? Is what like knowledge, money, education? What is your question?
Yeah, so it's more like, I think it's more like what follows what. The knowledge gives the money and then the education is her question, but that is not the case. How did you learn in Karagre Vasate Lakshmi? What came first? Did Lakshmi come first, or did Saraswati come first, or did Parvati come first? Which one came first?
Lakshmi?
No. Karagre vasate Lakshmi. Karamadhye Saraswati. But anything you want to learn or get some work, you want to prepare a cookie,
Yeah.
First, you are going to think of the recipe, plan the recipe in your mind. Is it not? I want white flour, then the sugar, then you need some fat, margarine or butter. Is it not? Baking tray is required. Oven is some temperature, preheating temperature you have to set. These are all called planning. The knowledge about the recipe or making a fine cookies. Is it not?
Yeah.
That is the knowledge. First, you should have the knowledge.
Like
And then
my mom said,
Yeah.
the three Devis are for knowledge, education, and money.
Oh,
No. Okay. That can be one form. Also, there is another thing. To do some action, you need energy, is it not? To walk, to write, to eat, every action you need energy. Energy is form of one of the Devis. Or Devi is one of the form of energy.
Okay.
Okay? Like that, you have three energies. Yes, another girl, she is waving her hand.
yeah. You have questions, Dhruti
Yeah.
and Kruti.
Unmute. Yeah.
My name is Triti, and I have a question. On that it's on the page, like on the slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about joyness and stuff. There was a word that I did not know.
Okay. What word is that?
Integrity or something.
Integrity is
Yeah.
that word there? Yeah. Okay. Integrity. All right. This is a big word, but I'll give you a very simple explanation. Okay. Let's say you're walking along a road and you find a coin. on the side of the road, right? And you know it's not yours. It belongs to someone else, but it's dropped over there, and you see it. And what do you tend to do typically?
So you can't pick it up. Like you can't.
Right. You can't pick it up. It's not yours, right? And you don't pick it up. And you're conscious. There are so many people seeing, looking at me, they'll watch me pick it up. And so you don't pick it up and you walk away. Now there's nobody on the same road. Just imagine that there is nobody on the same road. And it's just you there walking past, and there is that same coin lying there on the ground. And what do you do then?
I won't pick it up.
Okay, let
You
us.
will or you will not? What is your answer?
I will not.
Perfect. That is integrity. Doing the right thing, whether someone is looking at you, judging you, or not. That, in a simple word, is integrity. Be doing the right thing all the time. All the time. Does that help?
Yeah.
Great.
I have a question.
Okay.
First,
Yeah.
so you know this, like when they say, when the Lord is depicted as a young teacher. What does it mean about that?
Good question. Lord Dakshinamurti as a young teacher, right? It signifies that he is always the same, stays the same all the time. He doesn't age. He doesn't become old or young, or doesn't get born again and die again or anything like that. He remains the way he is. That is what it means by saying that the Lord is always young, which means the teaching is also always relevant. It is always how do I say it? It means the same every time. It applies to all situation, and whatever he is teaching is right for that time and any time.
One more question.
Very good. Go ahead.
So, what does ignorance mean?
Ignorance means not knowing something. As you go to school, you learn about many topics and many subjects. There are things that you learn that you previously don't know about, right? You don't know about it when you're a child, when you're a very young child.
Example, like if ignorance means, like if you're not hearing somebody and you ignore somebody, like
that is doing something on purpose. That is doing something on deliberately, right? You're ignoring somebody who is trying to capture your attention. Somebody is trying to tell you something or ask something of you, and you are not paying attention to them. That is an action word. That is
Lord Dakshinamurti is who denotes ignorance or avidya.
So Dakshinamurti doesn't ignore anybody. Lord Dakshinamurti controls or has power to destroy ignorance, to remove not knowing something. He'll make you know. He will teach you something and remove the ignorance. He will make you learn something that you don't already know. That is
Also,
avidya.
for ignorance, do you know Hindi language?
No.
Okay. Then do you know French?
No. A bit. No.
Not knowing not knowing French or Hindi is the ignorance of Hindi and French. Do you get that point now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not knowing a particular topic is ignorance. We can take that.
First, I thought it was like ignorance me, like when you have to build something up, maybe. And then I thought, oh, I think ignorance is that, but I didn't.
So now it's clear to you, right?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, really good question today.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, wonderful questions. Madam, do you want to run through the quiz that you wanted to have?
Okay.
Rama,
Is
Rama
it for
madam
Rama
has
ma'am?
yeah,
Okay.
Rama madam has something to share.
Sure, sure.
Not me. It's Jyothirmayi herself.
No, I didn't have any quiz questions to give the children. I was more open to answering questions. I still see Yashas's hand raised. Yashas, do you want to ask
Already
your question? Oh,
so
are we
let's
late?
answer the
Okay.
question. No. I want you to answer their questions. Next time, whenever we find time, we can do this one.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Sure.
So anyone
Yes,
has
Yashas,
any
go ahead,
questions?
please. Do you still have a question?
You can unmute, Yashas.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yes, ma'am. So in the picture of Lord Dakshinamurti, Lord Dakshinamurti had his foot on a demon called Apasmara, but usually demons are supposed to be fierce and big and all, but why is Apasmara so small in this picture? Usually they're supposed to be big and fierce.
Well, after Lord Dakshinamurti got control over him and overpowered him, Apasmara has become very small and insignificant. He no longer is that fierce or monstrous, or he doesn't have his powers, similar powers. Remember, these are things that are more symbolic. It is to talk to you or tell you about a bigger idea that we depict demons and gods and divinities in the pictures in a certain way. But it's a very good question that you asked. Just understand that after he has been overpowered, he has become small and insignificant.
Okay. For example, let me explain. Who is the question? Name of the person, name of the child?
Yashas.
Yashas. Okay. Yashas. Do you get angry?
Yes.
Sometimes or most of the times when you don't get, or when your mom doesn't get you whatever you wanted. When do you get angry?
Sometimes. Only sometimes.
Only sometimes. Okay. That means that is one of the demons. Anger. These negative values, like stealing something from somebody and then hurting on another person or a dog or any animal. That is all called demons within us, hidden in our mind. Okay, here Apasmara is the greatest demon. Although he looks very small, he is a very powerful one. Because Smara means it is the memory. You have to remember everything, is it not? Whatever they teach in the school, whatever you learn at home, whatever you see around your house or whatever, wherever you see something, you have to remember, is it not? Is it not? Whatever the teacher has taught you, you have to learn and remember. That memory power is called smara. So apasmara means he is going the what to say, something you don't remember. Memory loss, a sort of memory loss. Not exactly memory loss or weakened memory. Sometimes you don't remember exactly what is you wanted to remove or remember or express. Like in a test you are writing a question, you don't know the answer, you will scratch your head or the struggles to get the proper answer, and finally sometimes you will get it, sometimes you don't get it. that property is called apasmara. So he is going to remove that memory problems related to memory. That is why he is called apasmara, and he is going to snub that quality. That's why he is putting his feet on that demon, apasmara. Okay.
Yeah. And I also had another question. Ma'am, are Lord Dakshinamurti and Lord Shiva the same? Because you are told both destroy ignorance. So are they both the same?
Yes, they are.
He's an incarnation of Shiva. Shiva is just a principle. Anything auspicious, that is called Shiva. That is the unmanifested form. Something manifested you want means that is Dakshinamurti, we can say.
Yeah.
Very good. Sri Kartikeya, do you have one last question? I think
Yeah.
we're
Yes, we are running out of time. Yeah.
So we are these devotees to God, right? Then why do we say it's the greatest demon, the greatest devil?
No, anger and okay. Go ahead, madam.
No, go ahead. No, please go ahead, Ramana.
Okay. When you, in terms of anger or hungry or memory, you don't remember something, which is the greatest enemy? Which is the one?
Okay.
Which is the one?
It's a question.
Of these three, which is the one is what Rama ma'am is asking.
Anger.
Anger. Okay. No, actually it is that is not the one. Anybody else can answer? Yes, go ahead. Unmute and answer. Yes. Okay. Something you don't remember, that is the greatest enemy. Now, if you don't remember an answer for a question when teacher asked or in a test or in an examination, did you get my point?
I got it, but I still didn't know the answer.
It's okay, no problem. No problem. But you got the answer now, as I said?
Yes, I got it.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, that is it. The one which gives us most trouble, it is called the biggest enemy or the demon. Demon is a negative quality within us. Jealousy, then anger, hatred, all these qualities. Okay. With this, yeah.
Wonderful. I think with that we'll conclude this class. Thank you, ma'am, for a wonderful talk. Indeed, it was understanding Guru as Brahma Swarupi, Vishnu Swarupi, Ishwara Swarupi, and totally realizing that he is the Brahman through the shloka Gurur Brahma. It was a really wonderful talk. Yet another good session that we had today. Thank you for that. Thank you for your time and sharing your thoughts with us. I would also like to thank all the students and parents who have joined today. Next session, the coming Thursday, we have one more session planned. One second, let me see what is the topic.
Shlokas.
Again, it is the continuation of the same thing. Understanding Guru Tattva through the shlokas. We learn more about few more understanding Guru shlokas through a few more shlokas in the coming session on Thursday. With that said, let us conclude with the Shanti Mantra. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै श्रीमन्नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. हरिः ओम तत्सत्. श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु.
Anarg seems to have a question, so whenever somebody please take it offline. He's raised his hand since quite some time. We can end the session, but somebody please address his question. Thank
Not
you.
about the lesson, but when will the classes go back to the normal?
That's a wonderful question. That is for us. We'll start from September. We are having these sessions till end of August. So once we are done with all these sessions, we'll take it up in the month of September. The classes start from September.
Some of the children, they are having summer vacation, they have traveled. So
that is
we have
where we are
planned.
all.
Okay, so like from start of September.
But you should
Okay.
definitely attend these classes. These are very interesting sessions. We get
Yeah, I
to-
just wanted to know when it goes back to normal.
Oh, okay. You all are missing those classes? Are you
Yeah.
all missing those classes? Wonderful. We'll learn new shlokas also. Again, towards the end of this series, you learn a wonderful shloka on gurus. It is
Gurvashtakam.
Guruvashtakam. We'll be learning Guruvashtakam. So that is also one of the very nice composition to learn. Thank you. Thank you all. It was nice talking. We'll meet on Thursday at the same time.
Hari
Thank
Om.
you, Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.